So
Oh,
he
wow.
was going absolutely ape shit. Even like the person that sold him to me, he's like, "This is not right. This is not
You're
normal."
feeding him too much.
No, I'm feeding him enough because he tried to eat me again the other day, but got me on my wrist. So every time he tries to eat me, that's me going, okay, he needs to go up some more food. Like he's eating so quickly that he's moving up to the next size before I run out of food because you feed them like different sizes.
Yeah.
And he's feeding faster than I'm running out of food. So I have to try and, it's just incredible. Like he's going so quickly and it's really frustrating because I refuse to waste a life though. So I'm like, sorry, dude, you're going to just end up eating three mice. I'm sorry, you're eating 3 mice before I'm going to put you up because I'm not wasting a life.
So, Mero, while you're at it, do you want to open the show?
Oh, yes. Is it live?
Yeah, we've been live for, I don't know, what is it now, a minute or so?
Oh,
G'day,
hello.
everybody.
Hello,
We're
everyone.
finally back. We're working. Yay.
Hello. Yay.
Apparently the other OBS is shit. That's what it was.
The other OBS for shit. Okay.
Yeah. But we're here now. And
Hello.
it should look good.
We are?
She has a snake in her armpit.
I do have a snake in my armpit. And I'm not eating a banana. Oh no, I didn't get a banana.
Yes, we are live. Look at that. Oh my god.
Hey.
Okay, that's a pretty necklace. What kind of stone is it?
This is labradorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell from not getting the right reflections through the camera. I love labradorite.
Mm.
All right, I can see the labradorite, moonstone, opal. I love those.
Yeah, what's the name? It's got a specific name. I can't remember what it is. It's a really cool name. Good word.
Rock?
It's like the shimmery, like how it changes color depending on how the light hits.
Rainbow?
No, I can't remember what it is. Someone knows it, I'm sure.
Is it pearlescence?
No,
Because I know what you're talking about. I just don't know what the word for it is.
yeah.
Iridescence?
No. Look, if somebody can say
They're gonna say it, and I'm gonna.
It's like in the way the light
go, duh.
jumps off the scales. It's really cool.
What was that? Sorry, NotJah?
You're talking about the way the light bounces off the scales, hey?
No, the rock.
Oh,
So
right.
it changes colour.
I was distracted for a bit trying to make sure everything's working and shit. And then, yeah, sorry.
That's all right. I'm going to turn off my mic for a moment to figure out what the word is. All right.
Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah, put low. That's low. Why is that doing that now?
Is your stream still messing with you?
Not as bad as before, but it is a little bit. I just streamed on these settings earlier today, so I don't know. I should know what's going on.
OBS is weird like that. There'll be times like I'll turn on OBS and all of a sudden my mic that has been set the same every single time, all of a sudden my audio levels are like way low. And it's like, why are my audio's levels low today but not yesterday? Mic's in the same spot. I don't understand.
It's a bit of a pain.
Adorables really wants to see the danger noodle, but the danger noodle has been living either in her boobs or in her armpits. So it's got to come out from her armpit or her boobs, depending on where it's at, for us to be able to see it.
Yeah. If not other places.
She did mention it. There is a possibility of the ass.
I can hear you.
I expected that you could.
Yeah.
He's in my armpit.
Danger Noodle has fans.
I honestly would not be surprised that he has more fans than me. You know what? The first ever fan art that I received was of him. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
He
so
is awesome.
he is very awesome, and he's really.
Oh, you can see how healthy he is. You can see his shimmer on his scales through the camera.
He's pretty healthy. He's a very healthy dog.
Dog.
Sorry.
You are tired.
That's
and
a
I'm
strange dog.
fucking exhausted.
I love your language.
Uh-huh.
Hang on. Let me try and get him out.
Yes, the danger noodle is a booby trap.
Oh, check out those guns. Are you coming, mate?
If I have to.
He's like, yeah, I was warm and, it was nice and secure.
In a
and
dark area.
Yeah.
I had to get brought out into the open. Yeah,
He just likes your warmth, that's all.
he does. Yeah. No, he's going into blue, as I was mentioning before in the stream, before the stream went live, which is not common because he's going very quickly into blue. So that's when they start to prepare themselves to get to shed. So he's actually not a very happy chappy at the moment. He's probably in the next week and a half to 2 weeks, I will have a new skin.
Well, he'll have a new skin.
Yeah, he'll have new skin.
No, you'll have a new one to store, won't you?
Yeah.
Are you keeping all of his skins to show his growth?
Yes, I am actually. And that doesn't sound creepy at all. It's I'm collecting skins.
I kept all the tests for my kids.
What was that, sorry?
I kept all the pregnancy tests for my kids, so
Fair enough.
baby.
As long as you didn't say you kept all the afterbirth, that's fine.
They wouldn't let me keep a piece of the umbilical cords.
No. Yeah.
You actually asked?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Doorknob Head wants to know how many children he's eaten.
Are you talking about baby mice?
No, Doorknob Head just says children. How many children?
Well, none so far.
So far. Gotcha.
So far.
You're working him up to it, aren't you, Mary?
I am.
Well, if he eats any, it's understandable because some babies are eating babies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's keeping babies and there's eating babies.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the second one.
Eating
I mean the first one.
Unless they're jelly babies.
So the second one. I'm a good fan of the second one.
Remember, atheists eat babies.
That's
right.
True. That is true. Yes.
It's one of the things that we do.
Well, now there's scientists saying that we need to eat people to help control the population. So,
And Kylie Bear says some people save the foreskin from circumcision. Yeah, that's pretty creepy.
Yeah, maybe you should save this foreskin by keeping it on the kid.
Seriously.
That's a really good way to preserve the foreskin, in fact, too.
Just imagine that. They turn 18, you go, here's something we took from you earlier.
Would you like it back?
Jen!
Have put the foreskins in the baby book.
Oh,
Press them like flowers.
Oh, God!
That's what I was going to do with the pieces of umbilical cord if they had given it to me.
Somehow that's way less creepy, though.
I mean, because they're done with it.
Yeah.
What?
I also wanted to bank the umbilical cord.
I am pretty sure
that
that even though circumcision's a pretty abhorrent thing to do, I'm pretty much sure after they've done it, they're pretty much done with the foreskin as well.
Yeah.
Just,
You just don't save it for a rainy day.
So how did we get onto this conversation again? Oh, that's right.
Hey, I'm in the chat. You should know how it goes, Mary.
I just...
This is why you love me.
Sometimes. I'm like, okay, it's past. I've got 15 minutes of torture.
You can fit a lot into 15 minutes.
Oh, God. Hang on, I'm going to go back and continue
That's what he
trying
said.
to figure out this word.
Oh, I know it's going to eat at you if you don't figure it out.
It really is. I can still hear you, remember.
Oh, good.
That's fine.
That doesn't keep me from saying anything. Trust me.
Yeah. You bring it all on yourself.
I guess the
Mary.
previous topic.
I would
Wow.
love you.
Doorknob Head says, "Eat a bag of foreskins, Mike Pence." That's
Oh,
that's a horrifying image.
he might. That might be breakfast cereal to him, or
Feldspar.
bacon.
Feldspar. That's it. Feldspar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, continue about talking about Mike Pence eating foreskins.
Growly, do you think he adds sugar to them?
No, that man has nothing sweet in his life.
Oh!
Except his mother. It's pretty sweet on his mother.
That's the creepy part. So, is his middle name like Bates?
Yeah, I was going to go in that direction. Is she sitting on a chair in his basement or something?
And his first name is actually Master.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm looking at the stream. The lag is insane.
Yeah, it is. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I was a bit worried about this. It'd been running fucking fine though. Just every now and then it was giving me this absolute shit.
Wow.
Is it the internet in your area?
Probably.
Probably a bit of everything, really. A bit of my computer as well.
Lower the res? NotJah?
It's like I'm trying to make it as easy as possible on it. The fact that I can't use the graphics card at the moment to
render.
output on. Yeah, and
Oh,
my
how come that?
CPU is, well, I don't know. For whatever reason, it just keeps rejecting. It used to work, but lately it's just been rejecting it. I've got all my updates and everything, drivers and all that, but I don't know.
That's so frustrating sounding.
It really is. And I'm getting like people want to see me stream more often. I'm like, well, yeah, but this is what you get. Like, I can't really stream properly at the moment. Well, like sometimes I can, sometimes it works, and then sometimes it doesn't.
So what res are you streaming at, mate?
At the moment, 720.
Do you want to go down to 420?
Do you think is your computer aging? Is that the problem?
Oh, it's pretty well and truly old fuck, yeah. I mean, it's got some good components to it, but it's running it off really old shit. So
I can if you are looking for a new computer, Alienware has incredible payment plans. Their prices are competitive. Their product is phenomenal. Their customer service is shit.
And I tend to build my own computers though, so and generally at the moment, for what I want, yeah, I don't know. It'll be a little bit cheaper for me generally to be able to build it than go a preset build, even with Alienware. Like, they do great stuff, like, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The only reason we bought one is, we saved up for over 10 years and we wanted to buy something that we knew that if anything broke, I wouldn't be without a computer because I need a computer to do what I do. And so their warranty program is literally my computer breaks and in any way, shape, or form, and they're over the next day with a part to replace it.
Yeah, they in-house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
which is very important.
So, like I said, that they're the only thing they have incredible warranties, incredible product. They have great payment plans. Their customer service is shit.
Yeah,
that's
that'd be
the only thing I have to say that's bad.
Unfortunate. Yeah. Well, no. I mean, I gotta end up. I know that there's going to be something happening soon that might be able to help me with that, but that's not really the topic. So I know it hasn't been announced.
I don't think we've even talked about the topic yet.
Let's list off the topics so we can get into the fun chats.
I don't know. Some people saying, okay, I guess the audio we kinda are Ansgar. I asked if the audio is fine, but yeah, I guess the audio cuts in and out. Do you want to talk about it, love?
Huh. All right. I don't mind. I just hope people can hear us okay. It's my only concern. I want them to be able to, yeah. That frozen picture of your face is perfect.
I know. That is
like the best shot ever.
I am snipping that right now.
Yeah, I've already done it.
that is like perfect. This is how I feel today picture.
That needs to be a reaction picture that when someone said something really dumb on the internet, you just post that.
Above it.
It's
really?
so memeable.
It really is.
It's so many. Oh, I'm so glad that happened.
That's going in my.
So the reason that we are here is this is a charity stream to help Ansgar and I. We've had some real shit this year. Probably one of our shittier years.
This has been the worst year of our lives. Let's be honest.
Oh, you have had a shit year, absolutely shit one.
You almost died, babe.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I had a minor heart attack this year. I did almost die. And we did not realize at the time. We thought we were covered under insurance. They did not tell us that our insurance had ended. And we did get to go on emergency Medi-Cal for a little while. And that covered some things. But then they didn't tell us that the emergency Medi-Cal ended. And I ended up going from work one day to the emergency room.
You're missing some details.
We'll fill it in.
I got you. So at the time that she had her heart attack, a social worker filed for Medi-Cal, and they said, in the meantime, you can tell them that you have filed for Medi-Cal, but you haven't necessarily been approved. So we had to wait. And in the meantime, she has had to go back into the hospital a couple more times. And then eventually, I got called from work that she was going into the hospital again, this time, in another ambulance like the first time, bad chest pains.
Yeah.
And she called me from the emergency room and told me that we were just denied Medi-Cal.
That specific day, in fact.
That day, which means all the bills that we had racked up are ours to pay out of pocket, and any bills that she incurs by staying again are going to be ours out of pocket. And she was determined to check herself out of the hospital and go back to work because she didn't want to put us into debt.
Nope.
Well, we were already in debt, but she didn't want it to be any worse. So a bunch of people on Twitter, some really awesome people, ganged up on her and told her, you damn well better stay in the hospital because the debt is worth saving your life if there's something wrong. And so she stayed, but unfortunately it stuck us with thousands and thousands in medical bills. And then more recently, while I was actually live on In Time, if you guys have seen that show or not, our car was hit along with 4 others by a texting motorist. The impact was hard enough to push even the last car in the line, which was, I guess, in the front, but the last car in the line that she hit, up, which was a big truck, up about 3 feet. So there's been some significant damage. I'm not going to go into all the damages of our car, but let's just say that it doesn't run. You can get it to start sometimes, and when you do, it doesn't run the way it should. It's not reliable, and there's doors that don't open. There's
doors that have to be actually fully replaced.
Yes. The insurance is only going to cover a very small portion, because here in California, the minimum, which is what the driver had, the minimum property damage coverage is only $5,000. Now that $5,000 doesn't go to us. That $5,000 gets split between all of the injured.
All 5 cars.
Yeah, they call it injured parties, but they don't mean bodily injuries. They mean every single car. Yeah, it's split between all 5 of those cars. So in months or years, we might get like $1,000 or something like that.
If we're lucky.
If we're lucky, but it's going to cost over $6,000 to repair the car, because it's got doors that need to be replaced, well, a door that needs to be replaced, and computer damage. To complicate matters, in a few months, maybe 6 months to a year, we're going to be losing this room. We rent a room, which is actually just a covered balcony. They literally just put a roof and walls around a balcony. That glass door you see behind us now and again with black construction paper over it is glass because it was a balcony. That costs us $800 a month here in California to rent this one room.
Yeah.
A room. That's how expensive California is.
That's ridiculous.
And yes, the average cost of renting a room here is $1,200 a month.
Jesus Christ.
Ours
for a room.
Rent a house here?
Right.
Where you are?
So if once we lose this room, we can't afford to live anywhere else, because we can't afford $1,200 a month. We just can't. And she's working full time and cleaning houses on the weekends when she has her days off. And I am working about 60 hours a week getting Patreon money and stuff like that. So it's not like we can just go out and find ways of earning more money.
How are you coping with that, given your medical problems, Growly?
I get up, I go to work regardless. It's got to be done.
This is insane.
Your healthcare system is
to death if we stay here.
It's not unique.
No.
That's
it's not, but that's why your medical system sucks balls.
Yes, it does. She couldn't even take the full time off of work that her doctor recommended, because you take enough time off work here. Yes, technically you get time off work, but things like seniority will drop and things like that.
Yikes.
Yep.
I hate to interrupt, but I've got to go to work. Speaking of work, all right. See, I'll be listening in when as I'm driving to work.
I'm
nice
What was that?
It was nice to meet both of you.
Lovely meeting both of you as well, and obviously this little
and the star of the show.
Of course.
Danger Noodles rock.
They really do. All right, now I'm just gonna have to exit. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
So, what was I gonna say? So,
we're moving to.
Oh yeah. So a friend of ours has offered us a place to stay in Wisconsin, much lower rent. I will have we'll have 2 whole rooms.
There are jobs out there.
There are jobs. Well, the big thing for us is my Patreon money won't change. And so the money that I earn from Patreon will go much further, and I can be more productive because I'll have an actual studio. That's a big freaking deal. But we need reliable transportation.
Because where we're moving is rural.
Yes, we are. We're moving in a place that doesn't have public transit of any kind, and we're moving in a place where if you don't have a reliable car, you can die in the winter. If your car breaks down in the winter in Wisconsin, it can be absolutely lethal. But it's going to cost over $6,000 to fix the car. So far, we have raised a little over $3,000. So we're actually getting pretty close. We just need a little help. There are some really amazing people. Some of them are on camera now, like Nacho and Jen here, that have, and a bunch of people, our friend Snail and others who have come together to do this charity stream. and they've donated a bunch of really cool stuff to do like a charity raffle. So if you if you check my Twitter, there is a thread at that's linked that has all the different things, and there's like an auction for YouTubers that someone will make you an entire suite of music for your channel if you win like the little auction that starts at a $150 donation. There's also a bunch of raffle items where you donate $25 and put into the comments what thing that you want tickets for. And Saturday night we're going to be doing a big marathon Saturday. And then Saturday night, whenever we all lose steam and are about to pass out, we'll go over to my channel and we'll do all the drawings and stuff like that.
And in the meantime, there's also, if you guys can figure out a cool stunt for us to do for donations, we will do cool stunts.
Yes.
And I have a million wonderful, terrible, embarrassing stories about the family.
Yes. In fact, if we meet our next goal, I will tell the story of how Growly set the kitchen on fire.
Fuck you.
Oh dear.
And right now the specifically the let's see.
Tell them what the goal is.
I'm about to. We're at on the GoFundMe. We're at 2,255, and if we make it up to what 2,400. You want to do it? So 150 basically?
For $50.
So 50 more. So we get to 2,300 and we tell the story of how Growly set the kitchen on fire.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, that's a good target. I reckon we could try and make that. There'll be someone there to help.
Let's make these stories achievable.
And totally
I also have 2 dead cat stories that are really, really good.
Oh no.
But they're funny.
Sammy Jenkins says 1,800 a month, 4-bedroom house, big backyard, double garage, ensuite and main bed, 1 living bathroom, 800 for a room. Yep, 800 for a room.
Has the stream paused again?
Probably. As long as it doesn't actually die on us, we should be okay. Because at least, I don't know, not many people are going to want to watch it after the fact, but there'll be people who watch it after, and it should clean up in the VOD squad. For the VOD squad, sorry.
Yeah.
The Dorkables asked, I still need to donate more to get that music thing.
It's not an ask, it's a exclamation. She really wants the music.
Yeah.
She really wants the music. Well, honestly, when I saw that, I was like, that's like one of the coolest things so far.
And there's
I've got Ozman in chat, and he'd like to jump in. But that was up to you, Growly, because apparently you two have things.
Who is it?
Ozman cometh.
Ozman cometh.
I don't care. Fine. We're fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah.
Okay with that, NotJah?
Yeah.
I'll send Ozzy the link.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're already talking to him, you may as well send him the link.
Oh, I've got him in Discord, so.
Well, yeah, that's where I would have done it too, but...
Yeah, considering he's not on Twitter at the moment.
Exactly.
Art Against Ignorance said, great that you can keep your sense of humor, guys. Let me tell you something. We have had a brutal week. A really brutal week. And it was really awesome, people. You know, I really never started feeling better until we started doing these streams with people. And just getting to hang out with some really awesome, loving people has changed my entire attitude. And so me being able to keep my humor through all this has a lot to do with these wonderful people right here. So thank you.
Yeah, between a bad reaction to meds and everything else, it's not been fun.
Yeah.
I just read the blender thing in the comments.
Blender?
Cat, it doesn't involve a blender.
No.
It does not involve a blender.
It does not involve a blender.
No, the blenders are usually things with frogs, aren't they?
It does involve, one involves a dinner party, and the other one involves a family Christmas.
Oh. Sorry. Yeah, the family Christmas sounds depressing.
No.
It is funny. And we've also got stories, Tales from the Dark Farm.
Yes.
Yes.
Tales from the Dark Farm are tales of my childhood and my grandparents' ranch.
Well, the big
Because
ones,
I was raised by really backwards, horrible, racist, redneck Mormons.
Oh, poor you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely doesn't sound
So
fun.
you had all the fun of getting out of a cult.
Yeah, I did.
Mormons disfellowship too, don't they, as well? So
I wish they did it more readily, because
also,
they
they don't really shun. Like,
not terribly. They have Salt Lake City is their central hub.
yes, I am aware of that.
In Salt Lake, in the up there, they have all their head offices. One of the departments is what they call the Members Locators Department, where they have private detectives constantly looking and tracking down people who have gone off the books.
Whoa.
And they send people out to hound you, and people that know you to trying to find you.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy. Every place we've ever moved, we've had Mormons show up trying to get her back in the back into the church.
Also, so it's not no, you're shunned, you're out of it. It's we're going to drag you back in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They don't let you go.
I'm not
I've
sure which is
told
creepier. No, that's definitely creepier, but shunning is horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I would rather be shunned.
Really? I don't know. I mean, at least your family would still
I
talk.
can understand that.
I think they get a few stories.
Holy fuck!
Whoever just donated $200, you are amazing. Thank you. That is incredible.
Wow.
Who donated 200?
I don't necessarily want to read their.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if they're willing to name themselves, though.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying hard not to cry.
That is incredible. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And if you send me a DM, please claim your either claim your tickets, or if you're going for the music, let me know. Just go into the DMs and let me know what it is. We would love to give you some of the wonderful things that people have donated. These things that people have donated, they actually want to see people enjoy. So at Ansgar T. Odinson or at Growly Bite, and let us know what it is you want. We will put your name into the raffle or whatever.
Was it by any chance Dorkables?
I don't know if it was Adorkables.
I don't know. Well, I'm just looking at the last few comments. Wahahaha is evil. Growly, yeah.
Oh, must be her.
She really wants that music.
Okay.
But we need to know for sure, so we can definitely put that as your bids.
Yes.
And your bids stack.
Yes.
And she wants two stories.
So then I definitely think they get 2 stories.
Definitely. And you are keen on telling this one story, so fucking get it out of the way.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna give everybody a choice. Do they want a story from the Dark Farm? And we're talking about an evil old lady on a ranch that is her grandmother. Funny evil, but evil.
Only funny because she was old and helpless.
And I will retell one of the stories we've already told just to catch people up. Or the time Growly set the kitchen on fire. So
either way, you're going to get a couple retellings.
Yeah, it was Kylie Bear.
Okay.
Yeah, she wants that music.
That's our confirmation. Good on you, Dorkables. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You are
That's
amazing.
Very generous of you.
So is it Kitchen on Fire first, or is it A Tale from the Dark Farm?
Kitchen on Fire, Tale from the Dark Farm. Your choice.
Dash, she said she wanted 2 for the $200.
Hey,
well, yes, but she's getting to one from me, one from her.
Oh, okay.
Just hurry up and get yours out of the way.
Ha 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 ha.
Fucker.
But no one's answering. So what do you guys want to hear?
Oh, I'm not fussed. Go for it.
Let's go with the evil grandmother. That sounds...
Well,
Okay.
Hey, Osman.
Hey.
Hey,
Hello.
Osman.
Hello. I do believe I owe two people a very big apology for my past behavior.
It's all good, man.
No problem.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, especially you, Growly, because we fought like... Ooh. So I before the story comes in, I just apologize for my behavior.
I honestly don't even remember what we're arguing about.
Seen
So
the
totally
past.
good. I let things go pretty easy. I'm hot in the moment, and then I let things go. So you were probably forgiven a long time ago.
Okay.
It's all good.
Best
all
way
good.
to be, Crowley. Best way to be.
I try not to hold on to shit. I got enough going on.
If you hold on to shit, you just get stressed more.
It's true.
And I live off of stress, so I don't need to add.
Yeah, you got enough.
Yeah, you don't need more than that.
No more stress. No,
Okay, so evil grandmother.
Okay.
This is going to be a dead cat story.
No.
It involves an evil grandmother.
No.
Are you
My
suggesting
story.
your evil grandmother is
I get to embarrass you.
But they said evil grandmother.
Yes, I have an evil granny story too of your evil grandmother.
Is it one that you've already told?
Well, no, it isn't.
Oh, shit.
Yes, and then they can hear the cat. They get two stories,
Fuck.
one from me, one from you. So
And then we'll retell one.
So we're gonna catch. Well, first I'm gonna retell a story about evil granny, so we understand what kind of evil granny we're dealing with. Now she is so old she can barely move. Right. So.
Dorkables just requested the story.
Oh, she wants kitchen fire.
Well, you
Okay.
haven't told it yet, so you can swap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she's the one that that donated. So yes, we will go with.
That's fair.
Okay. So
Pyro.
we were cleaning. We were doing some major cleaning. This is back when we lived in East LA, and we actually had a house we were renting to own. And long story how we lost that, but it doesn't matter. Friends were not friends, and bad things happened. Anyways, so we had a gas range, right? And we had piled. We're piling stuff up like recyclables, different places because we're going to do a big recycling run, and because we're kind of environmentalist. We may be poor, but we're not so poor that we can't sort some trash. You know what I mean? So we're piling things up, and we're doing things in the kitchen. And the next thing I know, I smell something's on fire. So I run into the kitchen, and Growly has turned on the stove to start, I think, a pot of coffee because we had one of those ancient style percolators, but she somehow didn't see the giant pile of there's a pizza box and then a bunch of Christmas wrapping paper, and we're talking piled about 6 feet high of paper products on top of the stove.
I was busy.
Somehow she didn't notice that there was Christmas wrapping paper with foil.
I was
foil
busy.
shimmery stuff.
Foil belongs in a kitchen.
So I come in, and there is literally like a pyre, like a Viking funeral on top of the stove. and I'm like, oh shit! So I go to the sink. The sink is full of dishes. I can't get to like a pot or anything. So I'm like scrambling to get a pot and fill it and throw pots. So it took like 6 pots of water to get and the burner. What's best was you'd walk away, the burner underneath the paper was still on because you turned on the wrong burner. She didn't even turn on the burner for the percolator. She got sometimes you turn on the wrong burner. She turned on the burner directly under all the paper.
Good Lord.
It was a small scorch mark, and it washed off the wall.
Small. It looked like a Christmas tree of scorch up the entire
It washed
kitchen.
off.
At least you wouldn't have to decorate it.
Sort of. Oh. So yes, that is the kitchen fire that Growly set. But fortunately, we did put it out before it caught the rest of the kitchen on fire. Although it did wash off the refrigerator easier than it washed off the wall. But then again, that refrigerator was invincible.
Magic erasers wash everything.
I'm just saying that.
That's kind of true.
I tell you what they don't wash. My sister did a similar thing, except hers was a pot of water. Her kettle was broken and she wanted a cup of tea. So she filled a big pot of water, put it on the top of the gas burner, lit it, went off to do some more housework and forgot about it.
Ooh.
Melted the entire aluminium pot all over the top of the stove. There were flames in the kitchen going all up the wall. They cracked the bricks above it. So that not only did she do, lucky the whole house didn't go up, not only did she do all this damage, that not only was there flames and soot there, they actually had to have a builder come in and rebuild that part of the kitchen.
Oh my god.
It takes a lot to melt an aluminum pot.
Yeah, she buggered off and did housework for an hour and just left it sitting on the stove. So it boiled dry and melted it.
Doorknob Head says no Vikings were harmed in the making of this kitchen fire.
Oh fuck!
So you didn't do bad, Growly. That's my sister did way worse.
Wow! Wow!
Okay, so start us off with the beginnings of an evil grandma story.
Okay, so
do a retell.
I will retell the original one that we told that people basically like already unlocked, so that you know what kind of granny we're dealing with. So if you want to hear future evil grandma stories, you know what kind of grandma you're dealing with. Mm-hmm. So we had gone up there for Christmas. This was the first time I was meeting her family ever, and we're going up to her grandmother's horse ranch. All right, and we've been there for a couple days, and it's been some culture shock because these are country folk and I'm a city boy, you know, and so
people always think I'm teasing or making things up until they meet these people.
Yeah, no, I thought she was exaggerating, but this is like
happens every time.
This is like Hills Have Eyes shit. Anyways, so she's so little. This is a frail little bird of a woman, right? And we're sitting there and we're having breakfast, and it's like early in the morning, and this truck rumbles into the property. And
hold on, you have to understand. Anybody comes onto the property, it's the last ranch on the road. Anybody coming on the property is coming to our property. You know they're coming to our place.
Oh, it's like, you know, it's one of those old, like probably like 60s style, like Chevy pickups, old beat up. It's kind of a cool vehicle. But anyways, it comes driving onto the ranch, and her grandmother goes, "Oh, that must be my Mexican, Stephen." I was like, "Well, I think his name is probably no." I said, "That you're Mexican?" She goes, "That's right. That's my Mexican, Esteban." I was like, I think his name is probably Esteban. And she goes, "Oh, I know. I call him Esteban." And she starts cackling like an evil old lady. And
I did tell her, I don't think you're allowed to own people, Grandma. There was this whole Emancipation Proclamation thing that happened.
She just laughed.
Yeah.
Good
she just laughed.
Just like that.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Did you have a mole in her nose? Like
No. She looked like a sweet old lady.
No, but every time you told her to take her medicine, she said, rat poison.
Yeah, so when I had to take all this medicine, I couldn't help it. I got a pill case that said arsenic on it.
Yeah, so she is an evil old granny. Funny, but only funny because she was harmless at the time.
She didn't used to be harmless.
Yeah, that's probably when it wasn't so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell them the other story they haven't heard that they've earned.
Well, no. Now it's your turn.
Okay.
I told the story. Now you get to tell your dead cat story.
Got it. So my grandma, way back when she wasn't harmless, was at a dinner party back in like the 50s. And the hostess comes out and says, Marion, I could use some help in the kitchen. And my grandma goes in there, and I guess she called my grandma because my grandma's usually the woman that has like the level head in the room. And they get in there, and the lady starts like freaking out. She says, I don't know what to do. The cat licked the whipped cream off of all of the desserts. What do I do? And my grandma says, so calm down. Does anybody else know about this? She says, no. She says, no problem. We put more whipped cream on it and don't tell anyone. She says, okay. So they do. And then the next morning, the lady calls my grandmother fucking frantic. Like she thought she was frantic before. This lady was losing her fucking shit. Calls my grandma, says, what's going on? What's happened? She says, we're gonna kill people. I found my cat on my back porch and it's dead. What do? We fed this dessert to everybody and the cat licked the desserts and now the cat's dead. Everybody's going to die. And my grandma's like, okay, now we have to call people and tell everybody that they have to go to the doctors. There could be something seriously wrong. So they could just basically split the names up of everybody that was in the dinner party and basically like phone treed everyone. And pretty much when they were just done calling everyone and explaining the situation and apologizing, and this is like the 50s, like this woman's social career is over. Yeah. There's a knock at her back door and she answers it, and her neighbor is there. And he's like, did you find your cat by chance? And she's like, yes, he passed. He's like, yeah, I saw that you were having a dinner party and I didn't want to interrupt your dinner party with this, but I am really, really sorry. I ate your cat and I didn't know what else to do but put it on your back porch.
No. That's comeuppance though, isn't it? I mean,
it kind of is.
What happened to the cat, but
it is great comeuppance.
That is so. I can't even comment on that. That is.
Cat licks it off, no problem. Put more whipped cream, serve that shit. Now, I have lots more stories, including on how I ended up feeding my breast milk to a bunch of people.
Yeah.
That happened.
We've already had some good breast milk stories, though.
That's for sure.
Yeah, Mr. Mozzie.
No. You've got NotJah's attention. That's for sure.
I think NotJah was watching their stream when they were happening.
You want $50 donation, maybe?
Sure.
Or you could find out, and I'm being mean to myself here because I hate this story. You could tell them about seafood stew.
Oh, the worst thing she's ever made.
And I'm a good cook. I want to tell you, I've made one mistake. Sorry, I don't mean to blow people's ears out. I have made like one bad mistake in my cooking career. One, and he'll never let me forget it. Never. Ever.
If you want to hear that story, yeah.
The seafood medley story.
That was the worst thing I've ever smelled. Yeah.
But even the whale didn't beat it.
No, I don't think anything could beat that one. That was
really, because dead whale is pretty bad.
It was bad. It was exceptionally awful. Yeah. And
we also have other stories about our kids, like my daughter, summoning demons, and story about a comb and a rhinoceros that my eldest son would probably rather I not tell, which makes me want to tell it.
That's true. Mm-hmm. We've got stories. It is.
Hey, they're all 18 and over. It's fair game.
What was really funny is we used to our eldest and I used to play an online game together a lot. I mean, we still play other online games, but this was one where you actually had like a dedicated group to play with. And she got high one day and got on the.
I played with them too.
Well, yeah, she got high one day and got on the server and started just blasting out the most embarrassing story she's had of him.
And they were all Aussie guys too that we were playing with.
Yeah, they were
macho Aussie guys.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
NotJah goes, why wasn't I there?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe you weren't. Maybe you just weren't playing Mech Warrior at the time.
Yeah, it might be it.
Yeah,
it's a pretty macho game.
He was too busy having his ass shot out from underneath him by Demi.
Demi, yeah.
There you go. Yes.
She kicked your ass, NotJah. She kicked your ass.
At least she says Growly stories are worth it, which is good.
Aww.
Growly does tell great stories. You are very good at the storytelling.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing: don't mess with Demi when you're playing games with her.
Seriously, don't mess with Demi. It's not worth it.
Well, it's always fun to mess with Demi. Just don't let her have a gun near you.
She doesn't give up though. She's like a dog with a bone.
That's what's so fun. That is seriously what's so fun about it.
Yeah, you've missed too much stuff.
Can you summon baby demons? That might be cute. All babies are cute.
No, not all babies are cute. That's why there's keeping babies and there's eating babies.
Right?
My ex. Okay. My 3 kids are all from the same father. I wish I could say that I was a slut and a whore so I could say that they weren't all his so that I could not have to deal with him. But I was a good girl and all 3 by the same guy. But we divorced and he moved on to marry, another woman, which is, I feel bad for her because I know what she's in for. And they had another child. Well, this child is my vengeance. She is.
Well, I mean, they are raising the kid with the never say no parenting method.
Yeah. You can't do that.
Oh, but they have. No, you cannot say no. That's negative.
It's like parents who say you can never smack. I mean, I smacking is the last resort, but there are those couple of times when you're in a situation where you're not going to be you can't negotiate with a child. No. And a smack is sometimes the quickest way to get to the point you need to do. If anyone who thinks you can negotiate with a 3-year-old has never had a 3-year-old.
Right? But their big thing is not, you don't say no, you redirect. So if you had a lollipop, she's allowed to come up and take that lollipop out of your hand. You can't say no.
Oh, drivel. No. Of course you can say no.
You have to get something else and basically trade back for the lollipop.
Yeah. Sorry, that's not happening.
You can imagine who's running this household.
Yeah.
And every time I'm on the phone with the kids and I hear chaos in the background, it just makes me smile and warms my heart to know that they've created this monster and they have to deal with her. And it's only going to get worse. They've only started saying no, and I think she's in 2nd grade.
No.
Oh, yes.
I can say no. No, you don't. You got to. Oh, what's?
Oh, yes.
How did they grow up in a hippie commune or something?
No.
Her mother is some child development major and thinks that she's read all these books and she can raise the world's children and fix all the children because she's read some books.
It's like talking about science with sociology majors.
Again, you've got the.
Did I say that out loud? Thank God Callan's not in the chat.
But But yeah, so she's an eaten baby. That's an eaten baby.
For sure.
There's a difference. There's keeping babies and eating babies, and she is very clearly an eaten baby. But I wouldn't want her to be eaten because she brings me joy.
Not her parents, but you.
I don't care about their joy. Yes, selfish. I decided to take a page out of Trump's book.
In all honesty, I bet you've told them you need to say no. You need to.
Oh yes.
So at that point,
they've tried to fix this kid. They've tried the same training techniques with the dog that they got, and wonder why they can't get the dog to behave. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you can. I mean, I don't think you need to spend time smacking a dog. I think it's pretty pointless because usually by the time you get to the point of smacking a dog, they've forgotten what it is all about anyway.
Right.
Because they've moved on to whatever the next thing is. So
you have to have some kind of consequence.
But yes, you have to show the dog that you're in charge, or else you're part of the pack. So you have to take on the alpha position with your pets.
And this is not a Chihuahua. This is not a little dog. This is a German Shepherd mix.
So the dog really rules the house.
Yeah.
It's just chaos. The dog only listens to my kids because my kids have been exposed to how to actually interact with and train and things like that because they did it with our dogs.
So strange packs that enter the house have more authority than the other members of the pack in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've met people like that.
The dog only listens to my kids.
It's sad.
It is.
Yeah. And the thing is, out here, here's another good reason to get the hell out of California. That kind of parenting technique is not uncommon. It's a fad out here.
Oh, it's big.
Does Diana want to hop in? Oh, shit, at the link.
I mean, I work at a theme park, a major theme park, and I see this shit all the time.
Sammy Jenkins says, I have a 3-year-old. Zeus, help me. Yeah. Now imagine having a 3-year-old and never telling them no, ever.
Oh, Lord. And that poor dog needs to be taken away. Their kid needs to be taken away. There is so much needs to be taken away for the sake of everybody.
Lavender Lady, I've seen some accounts of what happens when kids like that become teens. Not pretty.
Oh, hi, Lavender Lady. Hugs.
Serious hugs. Yeah, dogs don't learn from this.
Diana, if you want to top in.
Yeah, please.
Keep the conversation lively.
She's awesome.
Everyone loves Diana.
Yes. How could you not?
Diana is lovely. Bring her in here if you can.
Well, I mean, she's probably not long got up, so she might not be ready to hop on a stream, but she could do voice.
Punchy, barely awake people are fun. I did it this morning. Literally rolled out of bed. Well, actually, I didn't roll out of bed. I was in bed and realized there were people on streams, and it's like, okay, I'll do my part.
It's the way to start it.
Come up a week speed.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I still had my hair from the night before and the makeup from the night before, and so hey, I was ready to go.
And the number of times I've done that, go to bed wearing makeup, and you wake up.
Hey, if you go to bed with the right hairstyle, you can wake up and go, it's fine.
With that.
Until
you actually have to go somewhere important, and then you go, yeah, I better brush it.
I often put my hair up in twists, and that actually survives sleeping pretty well.
Hey, Osmond, how have you been, man?
Me, I've been in and out of a hospital, but I'm healing up pretty well now. I had cellulitis.
You had cellulitis?
Yeah, cellulitis.
Oh, shit. My mom had that.
Yeah. Unlike you guys, Osman doesn't have a problem with stupid hospital bills because we live in Australia.
I don't know if that's...
I'm just having a go at the medical system. Hang on a sec.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Yeah, I don't know if that's something to boast about because the second last time I was in hospital, they took my intravenous IV.
I gotta go help my daughter. I will be back.
No problem.
Yeah, you're right.
Motherhood calls.
What did they take?
Yeah, my mom, when she had cellulitis, it was resistant to the antibiotics. So she had to have a 6-week run of 3 different kinds of antibiotics by IV every day.
Yeesh. So that's either MRSA or VRE.
One of them came in a round, like most liquid antibiotics come in a bag. This was a round ball and was like bright neon green, like greeny yellow.
Did she have to go into the artery for her intravenous?
I don't recall. They had a nurse come in and hook her up.
No.
We just had to keep all the meds in the fridge and stuff like that. But the nurse would come and hook things up for her, and they had the IV in.
Luckily, she didn't lose her toe, but it got close there.
Yeah, they were thinking about amputating. It could have gone up the foot and leg if the amputating if the cellulitis wasn't controlled. It was real touch and go.
Cellulitis. I'm sorry for the language, but cellulitis is a bitch.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You don't have to apologize for language. I got a mouth like a sailor.
Good. Son of a sailor. Woohoo.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Curse away.
Excellent. Yeah, I wouldn't exactly boast that our medical system is better because the second last time I was in hospital, they took the intravenous thing out of my arm and they accidentally left it in my bed. Now, here's the thing. Yep, the little plastic thing after they put the cannula in.
Yeah.
They took it out of my arm, they left it in the bed, went off shift, and because I've got posterior wounds, guess where I found it? Stuck in my ass cheek.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Ow.
Yeah.
That day.
Yeah.
I would have been fucking pissed.
Well, here's the thing.
Not to continue.
At least you didn't have to pay thousands of dollars for the pleasure of being jabbed in the ass cheek.
You got your pain in the ass for free.
You got your pain in the ass for free. I'm sorry.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
We've got a badger.
Hey, Badger. How you doing?
Badger!
Somebody send Badger a link.
Scoot the chair a little bit closer, baby.
You go for it. Hey, we're on the same set of earbuds here, so we've got to be kind of,
It's
oh
like
darn! I have to
real
be
high
close
tech.
to you.
Yeah, you can look down my shirt at my boobs even.
Ooh, look at that.
Boobies.
Badger, if you're in Neil's group chat, it's probably you'd have to scroll a bit, but there is a join link in there to jump in if you wanted to.
Yep.
You don't have separate headphones?
We do. I have to get the right programs to be able to pipe the sound
Audio
through
too.
sets of headphones at once. Otherwise, it only wants to go to one place. So for right now, I've got none of this. Now I do have a set of wireless earbuds that I normally use when I'm on like In Time or something like that. But considering how many hours I've been at this today, they wouldn't have lasted.
Nuh-uh.
They're like little Bluetooth wireless earbuds that last like, I don't know. They usually can go like about 2.5 hours at the most.
Ooh.
Which is good, but
Yeah.
I've got a set of Bluetooth headphones that I've had for months and months, and I've only charged them once.
Oh,
damn.
nice. Well,
I use them frequently.
see, these are just little earbuds.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot. iPhone ones.
Cute.
That's a good point. Mine are a bit bigger, so they might have a slightly bigger and long-lasting battery in it.
Welcome back, Jen.
Now, if I wanna use headset, I use this.
Yeah.
I do have actual headphones,
They
but
just turned on and made weird noises.
yes, only for us, not for them.
Okay.
And no, that's not them turning on. They're always on. That's the noise my computer makes when a USB device is plugged in or unplugged.
No, he has specialized little noises that he made for every little thing. He completely themed his entire computer after Kiryu, the Mechagodzilla.
After.
Why have Windows if you can't customize it?
This guy.
Did you just use it?
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Godzilla.
Yes, my computer looks very much like Mechagodzilla, and so I made it sound like Mechagodzilla 3 or Kiryu. So, yeah.
I was wondering if it was Kiryu.
Yes.
Yes. I'm a Godzilla nut.
Okay, one of the a couple of the stories that we've already told, so I can tell them again for the crowd because it involves Godzilla. So, the only person who loves Godzilla more in this family than Ansgar is our daughter.
More, no. As much, yes.
Fair enough. I misspoke. What I meant to say, you're number one. She comes in right after you.
She probably loves Godzilla as much as me.
Okay. So
I had so much fun taking her to the new Godzilla film.
Oh my God, you guys were so cute. So anyway, before Ansgar came into the kids' life, their lives were incredibly sheltered. Like, I was turning them into proper little stepchildren. Because control freaks, that's what we do. And so they hadn't seen many kinds of things when it came to movies and media. He exposed my daughter to Godzilla with the first Raymond Burr movie when she was about 2 and a half.
That's technically not the first movie. That's the second movie because the first movie didn't have Raymond Burr.
Right.
And then they edited it. And yeah.
Well, most people know of it as the first movie.
Well, she was so young, she wasn't going to be able to read subtitles. So I put on the Raymond Burr version so that she could actually keep up with it.
Right. And this is the first movie that my daughter has ever sat through. I mean, she sat on her little knees and her eyes did not leave the screen. She was quiet. She was still like a statue for the entire freaking movie until at the end when Godzilla is killed by the oxygen bomb. And she that screen like the little girl from Poltergeist. And she screams, "No, Godzilla!"
I'm gonna watch that movie.
And she did not believe us that he really was okay until he put in the next Godzilla film. And then that's when it clicked into her that there's a cycle. And the love of Godzilla is spawned. So we fast forward till she's about 4. And she's out in the yard. And she's got her pretty little princess dress on. And she's got her little fairy wings on. She's got her little wand with its sparkles. And she looks so cute out in the yard. And then I realized she's stomping, roaring, like kind of like Godzilla and zapping. I go out there, "Hey, sweetheart, what's going on?" "I fairy Godzilla. I have fire and magic. I destroying Tokyo."
NotJah, if you link your Discord in down under discourse on Twitter, I'll copy it out.
No, it's the opening the Discord to get the link is the problem.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm not in your Discord either. Is Ozzy in you?
Yeah, he is. Are you able to link my Discord in the side chat?
Yeah, sure, man.
Yeah, I thought I was in yours, but I just figured out I'm not. So
let me do
I had to download Zoom. Now you're talking Discord. You're freaking me out. I like YouTube.
G'day, Dave.
God. Then a year later, she's in her room.
Oh,
and she's got all of the Ponyville buildings against one wall. She's got all the My Little Ponies in like a chevron. And Godzilla's like at the front of the chevron, like right behind the ponies at the point. And I poke my head in the door and say, hey, kiddo, what you doing? Oh, Godzilla's the colonel of the pony army, and we're leading an offensive on Tokyo. I'm like, my knows the word offensive and how to use it right. It's like my proud mommy moment.
Okay. I will never forget when I was I was play sword fighting with her with like little foam swords.
Oh,
right?
she was like, what, 1.5?
And she was humming her own, no, she was like 2.5.
Oh, okay.
She was humming her own theme music. She's going, and she's like fighting, and she crawls up on my chest and puts her sword against my throat and goes, she knew how to slit a throat at 2.5. I don't know where she learned how to slit a throat.
I don't know either.
But she knew how to slit my throat at 2.5.
Sorry about that noise.
See, it's stories like this that is why people are dying while vaping.
Well, she also tied up her imaginary friend and spanked it and said that it liked it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like
I've been doing that for about 45 years.
I don't understand why she got that at all.
I have no idea.
I really, really don't. But she did.
Kids are weird, man.
How much longer is your stream for, NotJah? Just asking.
NotJah's not there.
NotJah's not
Hold
there.
up.
NotJah has left the building.
Terrible timing to ask me a question.
Sorry.
I don't know. We've only been going for an hour 10. So we got, I was thinking about 2 hours. So plenty of time.
Okay, cool.
That's totally fair. So I've still got lots and lots of stories that are way better than the ones that we've told, or at least the ones that we've retold that they've already been donated for. But, if we get another, $50 donation, we've got some really good ones.
It's true.
Like I said, there's the
Summoning of the Demons. And that's like a 2-story story.
Yeah. That story's linked to my daughter summoning demons or my cooking, my one and only cooking debacle.
Worst thing I ever smelled. Ever. In my whole life.
I hate that story.
So $50. That's what you said, hey?
Hate.
It's cool.
See if we can get another $50 coming in.
Hate.
I love that story.
Hate.
The kids hate that story too because some of them remember it.
Yeah, they don't let me forget it either.
Well, yeah. Oh, I can tell them about your super special nickname too.
No, you're not allowed.
Oh, yes, I am.
If she starts swinging, I'm gonna duck.
Oh, she'll just bite.
No, not that one.
Oh, yes, that one.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, there are some things that have to be sacred.
No, not this one.
I'd feel better if it was consensual.
Well, I might have to read people because I haven't had any tea yet, and I've got to organize stuff for my daughter and that. So I may jump back on later, but the rest of it, this
Enjoy
one.
the dinners.
If you're still going, I'll jump back in, or I'll see who's on later in the chats.
Straight.
I'll catch you guys
Awesome.
later.
Jump out.
See you,
To be fair, I've told stories that weren't consensual, so turnabout's fair play. He gets to tell them too.
Okay, now as long as that's all cool, otherwise I would have objected. And
No.
Oh, you're such an SJW.
Fuck you, Dave. Fuck you. He
Just
shot
because
us,
I might not like it, I believe it's fair play.
Oh, no. I said XJW.
Oh, of course you did. Of course
Yeah.
you did, motherfucker.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Hey, it looks like we have a badger.
Badger?
Yeah, we have a badger. Badger joined the house. Good to see you. As long as it's working for you, because it wasn't working for Diana, and hopefully she can rejoin. But yeah, is it working for you, Badger? We have no vote. Ooh, maybe. I see him.
I thought I heard a mumble.
There he is.
Ah,
It's a badger.
We have a badger in the house.
Woot woot.
What's up,
Good
Badger?
insert time of day here.
What time of day is it there?
It is 11:33. Just about time for somebody who was up all night to get up.
Ah, nice.
Fair enough. I got up at about 11 today. It was really sweet. I woke up at, I don't know, 6 or whatever for work, but no work. So
There she is.
Diana.
Hey, Diana.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Beautiful, beautiful. This was just so crazy getting connected with you guys. I had forgotten that I didn't have Zoom at all on the machine that I was running when I first talked to you. And I came over to this machine and it was started it on the, wait a minute, no, it's not on the Linux system, it's on the WinCrap system. So I had to shut it off and come back on it. Here I am. What can I tell you?
Yay!
Wow, let me turn this up a little bit because I can barely hear anybody. Let's see if that works any better. Oh, yay. How is everybody being? Oh, look, it's a badger. Hi, sweetness.
Hello.
Yay. And there is Upside Down Sweetie, and there is Osman, and let's see. I can't remember. Please forgive me, God, if I've run into you before.
it's grumpy old Dave.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yes,
Dave.
been a while since I've seen you, sweetness.
I'll talk to the hand.
Let me get the coffee that just warmed up.
Oh,
Fantastic.
I'll be right back. I forgot to take my meds.
Oh, yes, go
Ooh,
take your
don't
meds.
forget that.
You're not allowed to forget to take your meds.
No, they're important.
I don't want to hear about
Especially after that
meds.
story earlier.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now we're set for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, they've got her on. I mean, she's gone from like
Coffee.
having
I see
no
Dave's
meds
taking his
in her life
meds as well.
to all kinds of meds.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my coffee. I still want that.
Okay, so I've got to turn this. Okay, maybe that's a little better.
My meds right now is a cup of tea because I woke up like no this morning.
Very cool.
Yes, dear.
Tea is better than coffee.
I have to say, Nacho, you got one of the most amazing voices on the internet. Just saying.
Yes, absolutely. And have you heard Chip Jaw?
Oh,
John,
yeah. And thank you kindly, by the way.
yeah, no, you have an absolutely gorgeous.
It's okay. I've heard him in real life. He actually walks around with the synthesizer. He paints my house with a voice synthesizer.
It's a good idea.
I had to take it away from him. He sounds like a 12-year-old girl.
And Dave, you're right.
Well, sometimes it does happen like that. I don't know what to tell you.
Yep, that's it. That's his
Grandma
real
Hobbit?
voice. That is not his real voice.
Yeah, that was the
that a
real
Jurassic
thing.
Park there, Ansgar?
Well. Here. See,
Still not as
Instead of
scary as
Jurassic
whatever
Park,
you
my
were
guys
doing that one day, but scary.
Oh, shut up.
But he does
Wait,
drive a
top back.
classic car and left very little oil on my driveway.
Very little.
Are you leaking, NotJah?
So what you're saying is this car needs a potty pads?
Well, NotJah
I
does.
think I
but-
broke it. Give me a second, we rejoin.
Oh shit! It helps when streaming. It means I don't have to get up to go to the toilet. Oh, I'm dying.
No, do not go stealing my thunder. I'm the one who's dying around here. I'm the one who gets to do it, okay?
Okay, I won't take your spotlight.
Oh, you didn't get to die either.
Oh shit. Oh, gotta make fun sometimes.
Oh yeah, I
You
mean,
gotta find the humor in shit.
Especially
Thing
when
is-
it's shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, life is going to shit on you, and you've got to be able to not let life grind you down. You know.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
yeah,
we just think it worked
it's
right.
it's a lot of fun sometimes. Let me tell you.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has
Well,
its
my
perks,
doctor
doesn't
called
it?
me this afternoon, and she wants to pull my anti-androgen, and I told her, you'll be signing my death warrant, right? And we'll see what happens.
Why would they want to do that?
She says it's putting a strain on my kidneys. I don't know if I believe that or not, but
I'm sorry.
we'll see what happens. She
You've still got kidneys. Oof.
she mentioned a replacement. She was going to call the pharmacy and then see if it could be covered. I haven't heard anything yet, so until I hear something, I'm going to assume that I'm without, which is not fun.
I am so
Yeah.
sick of doctors and medication. Let me tell you, every time I go, they change shit on me.
It's true.
And every time they change shit, the side effects get worse.
Yeah.
Like recently, the doctor gave me and it's expensive because each medication, now we do have health insurance now, but I still have to pay a certain amount for each medication, and it racks up.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the medications they gave me recently was a low dose, slow release nitroglycerin tablet. And the
Okay,
doctor-
yeah, for the heart problem. Yeah.
Yeah. And they said, well, it could cause headaches. If it starts causing headaches, stop taking it.
Yep.
So he says, but it's a really low dose and some people can tolerate it. And Ansgar convinced me to call out that day because it was a brand new medication, and I've had so many side effects to new medications. He's like, if you have a side effect, we don't have the car right now. You're stuck taking the bus home. This is call out in case you have let's make sure that you're okay with the medication before you take it.
Yeah, I really don't want you on new medication going somewhere and we don't have a car in case of an emergency.
Right.
That's just not
So-
acceptable.
And
Yeah.
I really kind of fought him on it, but I'm glad that I listened to him because within an hour of taking the fucking pill, it started to I could feel the headache coming on. And before long, I felt like my brain was going to explode out the top of my head. And it lasted 2 days, one fucking pill. And once you've taken it, it's not like you can, oh, that's not working, let's stop that. You got to ride it out. It's in you.
Yeah.
I'm
Is
just
my audio fixed? I think I broke it.
I'm just to the
No,
point that
bad idea.
I'm going to tell the doctors I'm done changing medications. I'm tired of being a guinea pig.
Yeah, I know. It gets to the point where you just throw up your hands and say, fuck all of this, leave me alone. Yeah.
Until you can figure out what's wrong with me, can we just not?
Oh.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
the
even
other
have a
thing
proper diagnosis yet, so I'm with you.
Yeah, she doesn't have an official diagnosis yet either.
No, it can be any number of things.
And a lot of what they're trying to do right now is they're trying to diagnose her through medication. Well, we're going to put you on this medication, and if it happens to work, then we know what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
No, that's not how we do it.
That's what they're doing.
I really feel like a guinea pig.
Because see, here's this is what's happened. So she had the chest pains, which led to a heart attack, right? And then she's had chest pains multiple times that didn't lead to a heart attack. And her arteries are clear, and her they can't see any physical reason for the heart attack.
I don't have high cholesterol. I passed my stress test. They did the angio. They've done multiple. I just had one the other day. The echocardio's. They've done blood work. They've done everything.
So they have a couple ideas of what it might be, but they don't know for sure. One of them is vasospasms. And what it essentially is a spasm of the artery and that can cause a heart attack. And so if it's that, then there's things that we can do. But yeah,
it could be thyroid related. It could. Now they also want to test me for sleep apnea.
Yep.
Oh, great.
All these things.
You're yelling again.
Oh,
and
sorry, I get
by
passionate.
the way, seeing you playing with your hair there, Growly, I love the Lily Munster look.
Thank you. It took me, and that's the other thing, they've got me on beta blockers that make me tired all the time. And they did just change that in half that. So now I feel like I have energy again. And I had the energy finally to dye my hair today that I haven't dyed it in forever. And I'm very happy.
Because I heard you talking about it this morning. Yeah.
Yep.
And gotta love it.
Thank you. Having my hair dyed again, I have to say, makes me happy.
Oh my. So that is a good thing. I like that. Good things are good.
You got to count the good things.
There's a lot of good things happening. Like I said, we were really down in the dumps. I mean, we were feeling really just horrible. And it has been the community of really awesome, loving people that it's not even just the donations. That is like secondary to just having people to talk to and
is
enjoy
that all of your
company
meds?
with. And
Dave, what are you doing?
Dave's pillbox.
Oh, damn.
Okay. I won't feel so bad about mine.
I'll admit,
It's actually it's not that bad.
Mine's here.
I'm now down to 2.5 meds a day after a heart attack, and the average person after 3 years now is on 5. I've had to lose 20 kilos to do that.
Damn.
And,
oh Lord.
Which I've done. But yeah, it's
tell me your secret.
Oh, if they've got you on the nitroglycerin,
yeah.
Heads up, don't take Viagra.
I'm speaking from personal experience here, Dave.
No. It's just contraindicated. It'll drop your blood pressure so low that it'll kill you.
Oh, fun. I did not know that.
No, I've stopped taking the nitro unless it's an emergency. I still have my little tiny bottle in case of emergency.
Yeah, spray bottle.
No, mine's pills.
Well, it's America.
Tiny little pills.
You stick it under your tongue and let it dissolve, right?
Yep.
America, we have pills for everything.
I get to pop pills.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
We may have pills, but we have to pay for them.
Fuck you too.
Which is all sorts of fun when you can barely pay.
Do you know how much this box cost me a month? This box a month cost me Australian dollars 30, US 20.
Wow.
Oh, fuck you. It's almost how much I pay to see the doctor.
Oh, no. You know, oh, God. Do you know how much I pay to see the doctor?
How much?
Oh, no, it's free.
You know, okay, here, I'll give you. If adding up before the hospital.
Dave, I'm gonna slap you.
One second.
The audience doesn't even see your faces. It's
We
annoying.
have
I
free
have to swap it
doctors,
over.
but we still have guns, motherfucker.
Oh, we still have guns. What are you talking about?
So to give you an idea of what
Best meme I saw today was someone had put their vape into an AK-47 and said, "Don't take my vape." Out of my cold dead hands. Yeah, regulate my vape, but if I put a bullet in it.
That's hilarious.
You've seen all that shit going over
What were you
Twitter,
saying,
right?
It's not
really what?
Oh, sorry.
This is my 3-year-old over here. What's in
I
your
love that
taste?
she's so mouthy.
She makes her desires known, yes.
Why does Zoom never work for me?
Oh, the amazing thing is I wish I had video of it, but there was never anyone to shoot video of this going on. When she was a kitten, when I had first taken her in, I'd hold her and she would get up here and start nursing at my neck. And which was so cute. But the problem was that she would also be doing the kneading.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's like, Sylvia, those are sharp. They really are. Yeah,
but ask her if she
can.
can.
Anymore, do you? You kind of outgrew that after about a year. You're the good kitty. She's not always nice, but she's always the good kitty. Yeah, and you too.
Cat butt.
I get plenty of that. I'll wake up and there's this cat butt in my face on the pillow. She won't face me when she gets on. It's got to be the butt in the face for some reason. Maybe she's trying to tell me something. I don't know.
Yeah, kiss my ass. My mother, my actual horrible biological mother, had this rotten cat that totally matched her personality.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. Her name was Mousetrap. This cat had never caught anything in her life but her food bowl. Anytime you had pissed her off, you knew, because she would lay the most perfectly straight cat log on your pillow.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
This one, she doesn't do it anymore, happily, but she used to. When she'd get ticked off at me, she would take a piss on the bed, which is always fun. That's another launder, the pedina, which is one load by itself.
That's almost presidential.
I
That was Dave doing satire there.
I can one up that one. Wish I couldn't, but I can. We had this cat that was born at our house, and my stepmother got pregnant after my dad got a vasectomy because he didn't wait long enough.
That's what he said, right?
He said, well, what he told her was, trust me, I know what I'm doing. We used to do this to the cows on the farm all the time. I'm fine. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still not buying it, okay?
And of course, bitch got pregnant. One day
Jesus.
Cat backs up to her big pregnant belly and she goes to pet it and he sprays all over her.
Oh, nice.
I thought it was magnificent. It was definitely a very much an opinion. The only problem is my dad then killed the cat.
Oh.
My dad's an asshole.
Wait, actually put it to death?
Yeah.
Oh boy, okay.
Not the first one, he's done that too.
Is that the cat that you had to wax?
Nope, that's not the cat I had to wax. Took care of that, thanks.
Yeah, I told him that one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't forget to wax the cat.
Yeah.
And I'll be there as soon as I'm done cataloging those body parts.
Yeah, we've been through that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still hoping to see
Did I miss the wax the pussy story?
Okay, I will retell it. But it's already been unlocked. But it gives you guys an idea of what other kind of crazy stories can be unlocked for further donations. But so I was,
it's true.
Wonder Lady has actually been on my ass. Do not tell them stories if they haven't donated yet. But anyways, so I was dead asleep, and all of a sudden my
everyone donate quick so he doesn't get in trouble.
So my shoulders getting knocked. Yeah. And I'm hearing Ansgar, wake up. wake up. And so I sit up, I'm bleary-eyed, I can barely even see her, right? And I'm like, what do you want? What? She looks at me deadpan and says, don't forget to wax the cat. Turns over and goes right back to sleep.
Didn't even own a cat.
Excellent.
Wow.
Oh my! I have been known to speak in my sleep. No one can figure any of it out because I do it in German.
Oh shit!
Let's just hope that they're not like Nazi propaganda or something.
No. I think I would have been told that.
You're not telling people to clean the showers, right?
Yeah, there you are. I forget what the hell. But yeah, it's unfortunate about the German. There's nobody I can talk to anymore. It's been a heck of a long time. Well, when I'm asleep, when I'm awake, either one. I mean, let's face it. I wouldn't mind being able to roll over in my sleep and talk to somebody in German. Don't get me wrong. I even have somebody in mind, but she won't have me. Damn it. Oh shit! I don't even know what the hell that was. Oh. I don't have anybody to talk to anymore. It's been a very, very long time. The last time there was anybody with whom I could speak on a regular basis, it was back when I was working in a software house about 35 years ago, closer to 40. He grew up speaking German at home. His name was Helmut Neubecker. So you knew he was Italian, right? Okay. So he and I were back to back in a double cubicle. We'd go back and forth auf Deutsch. And the vice president of a company would always come by. You two speak English. I want to know if you're plotting against me. It was beautiful. He was also a Fireside Theater fan.
No. We're just starting the Fourth Reich, you dickhead.
Okay, I just want to point out.
You want to be petted. Okay.
I just want to point out that Nick just showed up, and do remember we've changed the In Time show to the Nick is Always Wrong show.
Oh, that makes sense.
Wanted to make sure, yeah.
That totally makes sense. Hi,
Nick. I haven't started up the watch page yet. I have to do that. Oh, I have to find the watch page.
Remember, another $50 donation, you get another horrible story.
God, I wish I had $50.
Apparently, the story he's hearing needs some context.
Which story?
I don't know which story he's hearing.
Which story are you hearing?
How much lag is there?
Yeah, how much exactly?
Like, seriously.
Oh, another minute or so.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, let's see. The other one that I told about you was the one where I was sitting at the computer. This is a really funny one. And I was playing a video game, and she bolts upright in bed next to the computer. Right, the bed was right next to the little computer desk. So she bolts upright, and she looks at me, and she gets the most indignant look on her face. Immortals don't drool. And she turns over and tries to go back to bed. I'm like, babe, I'm like tapping her hip. What the hell? And she looks over her shoulder again, indignant, and goes at me. she shoos me away. I think she was dreaming of being some kind of goddess or something. I was a mere mortal interrupting her existence.
What do you mean dreaming? I am.
All right.
You may as well get it out of the way and update everybody on the what you call the serial killer dream, and I will clarify that it is not.
Oh, yes. She dreamed of being a serial killer.
I did not.
It's one of her fantasies. We were getting
I do have a list, but that's neither here nor there.
She confirms it.
That doesn't make me a serial killer. It makes me a hit woman.
It makes you a serial killer who likes to do it for money.
for
Well,
ethics.
suppose Toasty's found dead, serial killer suspected, more at 11.
So,
and that wasn't all the way down into my normal range either. So
That was beautiful. That was damn sexy, actually.
well, okay, we can keep trying that and see how. I'm sure I'll attract somebody that way, right?
So we have to get ready to go somewhere, and so I'm trying to wake her up.
No.
Yes, and so I'm trying to wake her up. She goes, "Just give me a minute. As soon as I'm done cataloging these body parts."
Mind you, this is like within the first month of him moving in.
Yes, it is. It's within the first month.
Now, allow me.
Thinking, what the fuck did I get myself into?
Right.
Let me tell you what I was dreaming about, because I remember the dream
of being a.
Oh boy.
I was really looking into the time at that
I'm
time.
sipping coffee.
I was really looking at the time, looking into going to school to become a mortician. So I'd been looking at you know, there's a lot of, job security in that. There's always people dying, and I hate working with people, even though I'm good at it. And dead people generally don't bother you, other than, they smell bad and obvious and often are ugly. So at least they're quiet. And so I was dreaming that I was a mortician, and I had to catalog the body parts that I took from the bodies for organ donation.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, you're not fooling anybody.
Wait a minute. No.
Seriously,
The morticians don't do that, though. That's the problem.
I know that, but in dreams, things are weird.
Tell me about it.
There's a lot of things that happen in dreams that you go, where the fuck did that come from?
Okay, that is one of the best gifts I've ever seen.
Wait a minute. Where are we going with
that kid
this?
with his meat.
Oh my god. It's just a clever editing. Sorry, I just happened upon a GIF while I was. Oh wow. That is really terrible.
Okay, so it's nothing in the stream here.
No,
Okay.
no, he's just being really ignorant and just not sharing. And
Here you go.
I do that.
Terrible.
It's in the group chat.
I want to see. I want to see.
He slaps him with his. He slaps the kid with his meat.
Stop, babe! Don't give it away.
Why is this frozen? Let me see if I can do something. No, the video on this thing is still frozen.
Post
time.
And it's frozen in the worst image I can think of.
Diana, that's my output is shite.
I'm so sorry, everybody who's watching, that you have to look at this ugly woman.
Oh,
shut up! You're not allowed to talk shit about my friends.
There is not a single person here that is ugly. Let me get that straight.
No, some of us are hideous.
No. No one.
I'm, on the other hand, very...
Get Growly to tell him to get me to stop talking.
Oh, I can tell him that, but he won't listen. But I'll gladly tell him that.
Don't do that. I won't listen.
Well, there's a few
I,
ways.
on the other hand, am exceedingly sexy.
Nobody can see both of your ways.
Well, that's true.
It's all about bad temper. Mr. Badger, whereabouts in London are you?
Excuse me. I will have you know that London is not very nice.
Pardon?
I will have you know that London is awful.
I know. I lived there for 10 years.
And I recommend no one ever go there, apart from that some good friends of mine live there.
I am not a serial killer.
Now, wait a minute. What is it that I think I saw earlier in this stream here tonight, that London rents are about double what Ansgar and Growly are dealing with?
Really?
Oh, my God.
Did I see that correctly?
Oh, my God. Because if you did, Jesus.
Shit.
What happened?
Extremely
We
expensive
discussed my
in
rent, and
London.
apparently, someone said that it's worse in London.
Yes, if I'm wrong, and if I didn't see that, or if I saw it badly, somebody please tell me. I
hope
Yeah,
we
it's-
did.
I don't mind being wrong. What I hate is
considerably-
remaining wrong.
It wouldn't surprise me though. London's like
it's
one of the most
considerably
expensive
bad.
cities in the world.
Because some friends of mine live in London, and they are not. They struggle with it, even though both of them are working full time in the games industry.
Yeah, so it might be
Jesus.
just as bad or worse.
God,
Yeah,
I lived in London for 10 years and only afforded it because I was a cocaine dealer. But
Okay,
Why the fuck you give
that's
it up?
another story.
That sounds like a
And
great.
for $100, I'll tell you all about it.
no, why sell yourself short?
Short jokes.
I'll tell you what.
Oh
I'll tell
God.
you what. If
Oh,
we
shit
get another
being slung
donation, I will
everywhere.
tell you the story.
Wait. If you were
Well, hold on,
a
Badger
cocaine-
was just talking.
sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
If we get another donation, I'll tell you the story of the time I fell out of a tree.
Oh
Why
no!
was a badger
Oh,
climbing
God.
a tree?
Well, right.
No, well, you said another
Let me-
donation. So,
No. I'm not telling you the story. I'm finding you a picture.
oh, okay, fair enough.
Oh wow!
I want to know what you were doing in the tree in the first place.
Climbing.
Like,
Duh.
No, we go on
Such an
to
English
the
response, isn't it?
primary reason. Okay.
Right, here we go. Let me put this in the chat for you. Oh, that's not how you do that. You put this in the chat for you. Where's the chat? There's the chat. Have a little look at that image.
All right, oh boy. Where's it going?
Wait a minute. Oh, okay. For half a second there, it said that the thing was
God.
offline, and are we back?
See, this is why I shouldn't have clicked things. We should be back. I hope.
Okay.
Really, Badger?
What are you clicking on things for, NotJah?
Could you send me a link?
It's a trap. Oh,
I never idea.
Okay, well, has
So it's like
everyone
my
who wants to
sleeping
see
with
the
my
picture?
actual mother.
yes.
Oh, you
See-
know what? I'll just put the picture in my thing. Give me a sec.
Yeah, put the picture in your thing.
My actual biological mother is an alcoholic and a slut. Now,
Okay.
we see the guys go in, but we never see the guys come out of the room. And I have a couple of ideas on why. Either they sober up, and this is the more likely and boring idea. They sober up, they see what they fucked, and they sneak out in shame. But the more colorful idea that I like better is, as she's going to town, she actually like absorbs and sucks them up into her and just basically eats them, and somewhere along the way just drops the bones out here and there.
Oh,
Yes.
boy, boy.
All right, so
Apparently
here's the
theory.
picture.
Oh.
All right, here's the picture. Does everyone see this this little friend of mine? Yeah.
No, wait a minute. Is this on? No, it's not over on the left side. It's down on the bottom on this damn system. Where are we here? Okay.
Okay, so you
Alrighty,
see
hi
this
there.
little-
Yay!
see this little
We
guy?
are climbing in the little tree that is growing along the bricks. Okay.
Now, what you have to realize is that chap is actually stuck, and he's been there for like an hour at this point
Oh God.
because he's got his front leg stuck in an arch of the tree, and he's now hanging from it, so he can't get it out again.
I can see that.
So shortly after that, there's a video of some people go to rescue this poor chap who's just hanging from the tree like, oh. But yeah,
though. And he's stuck.
Now-
He's going angry.
now my story. It's a UK badger, not an American badger. We're a bit more friendly.
Is that not true?
I just said, have we got a donation? Like, I don't know if you.
Last
'cause all we need is
donation
any-
was an hour ago.
Oh, okay. So
Hey, it's not good.
Hey, throw in a couple dollars. Come on.
Any donation.
He will tell the story of himself falling out of a tree.
Well, tell me the story of my people.
The story of my people.
I can sing you the song of my people if you like.
What's the song of your people?
Fuck.
I don't know. Give me a minute to think of something.
Badgers, we are the Badgers.
It does have.
Well, if you want a badger song, it'd be. If you want a badger song, that's quite simple. It's a badger, 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 badger.
Oh my
What are you doing, Sylvia?
Apparently, 1,600 euros in London gets you a 1-bed flat.
It's euros to American dollars.
That's actually
Euro
1,600 euros. What's the exchange rate?
How big is that flat, though?
I have to look this up.
Yes, I did mean 1,600 euros to pounds. That's why I typed 1,600 euros to pounds.
Okay.
Nick is going back to bed.
We go to
Okay.
bed. Hans got plastered all over my monitor. Wake up, he's still on another show.
And he'll probably wake up again to still see you.
All right.
So you're saying...
Wait.
Away, Nick.
1,600 euros. How much is that in... was that monthly?
Yeah.
What is it, a one-bedroom flat?
That's quite a lot.
How many
That's
dollar
right.
days is that?
That's $1,775.44.
Jesus.
God.
£25 a month.
Yeah, it's a lot, and it's not a lot.
1,425 pounds.
Nervardia says $200, and I'll hop on and I'll tell everyone about the most bizarre post-coital response I've ever seen from another guy.
That sounds fun. We do only have 10 minutes, though, so less than 10 minutes before we start wrapping up. So that'll have to be quick.
I've got a story that nobody has to pay for. My aunt was she was a nurse for years and years and years, and she got bored with the maternity ward, so she transferred to the emergency room because that's exciting. And you have to understand, she worked up in Central California, and there's a lot of cowboys up there. So these two guys come into the emergency department one night, and she's at the triage desk, and one is bent over, and the other guy's kind of helping him toward the counter, and they've got something wrapped up in a towel. And they get to the front, and the guy's kind of holding on to the counter, and the other guy kind of sets the towel on the counter, and she says, "How can I help you, boys? What's wrong?" And they just kind of look at each other. They look at her. I don't say nothing. She says, "Listen, I want to help you, but it can't help you if you don't tell me what's wrong." So the one that isn't obviously in pain slowly and tries not to let anybody else in the room see as he unrolls this towel, and there's half of a jagged edge broken hard plastic vibrator.
Oh.
Okay.
It's quite clean. It wasn't just stuck. It broke jagged. So they were going to town, and there's clearly only half of it in the towel. And my aunt goes, Okay, no problem. Let me go get someone to help you. And she gets up and she leaves to go in the hallway because she's got to laugh and she doesn't want them to see it.
Oh, boy.
That's not something you can and take out. That's with the jagged edges and everything. It's probably, we're talking surgery.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, the big payoff with that is when you say
I really need to get up
the dildo. Yeah.
Not just a dildo, vibrator.
Yes.
So that
I
just
really have to get on with getting one of those bad dragon ones because they're nice and squishy.
Those things are cool looking.
Oh, Adorkables, that's a horrible joke there.
So I need to ask, was the thing still going?
It really is.
No, I did ask. Another person came in with a wooden spoon stuck up their ass. They were making pudding.
Oh, I giggles on it.
Okay.
No, pudding.
I can tell you a story.
A pudding.
The pudding bot.
Oh,
bad just
I have to.
Whoa.
Am I still here?
Yes.
Badger, you are having a very bad time right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Very happy kitty.
All right, so no. Oh, I can't help.
Yeah, it's sort of working.
I just realized something, honey. I don't think I'm going to bed tonight. So I have the doctor's appointments in the.
Oh no!
So I'm just gonna have to stay up.
Yeah.
What the hell is that going to be? 48 hours up?
Something like that.
It's just nice to have this much energy again.
Right?
I can sleep on the bus or in the lift.
Okay. You know, this is the amazing thing. I don't know, does this happen to anybody else? But when I was going back and forth to school on the bus, I would fall asleep and wake up at exactly the right time to get off at my stop.
Yep.
No prompting. I don't know how that would work.
Your internal clock just, you know. Your body kind of gets used to, this is when we get up. This is when we do this.
I fell asleep on the bus once and I didn't do that.
But did you take it regularly enough for your body to get a routine?
No. You see, what happened was, I wasn't exactly asleep. I believe the term is dissociated. Basically, I was on the bus. I was on the bus, and the bus got to the last stop, and I reckon that the bus driver had been there shouting back at me for about 5 minutes that I had to get off the bus, and I was just sitting in the seat, staring ahead, just kind of going,
Okay.
Eventually, I just kind of went, oh shit.
How far did you have to
zone out when I'm on the bus?
How far did you have to go to get to the point at which you wanted to get off?
I wasn't even on anything. Apparently, I'd been on this bus so long that I just completely zoned out of the physical world.
Well, no, in other words, yeah, I take it that you had a stop at which you wanted to get off. How far away from it were you?
Oh, how far away was the last stop?
Yeah.
Actually, not too far. It was a fairly circular route.
Oh, so it wasn't all that far to walk, really?
No, it wasn't like I was at the other end of the country or something.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, I'm just thinking here that you're like 12 miles past your stop, and you're thinking, okay, how the hell am I going to get where I wanted to be? And yes, I'm in the U.S. I speak in miles, nautical miles.
This has happened a few times. Well, we generally use miles here actually as well because they tried to change everything to kilometers, like the speed speedometers in cars and stuff like that, and then none of the governments wanted to pay to change all the road signs. So everybody said, well, what the fuck are you doing there? We're still going to use miles. You are.
Fair enough. You still there, Badger?
Nope, I'm not here at all.
Oh,
okay, that's what I thought.
It sounded like it cut out, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, my internet's been really shit the last week. It just, for like 30 seconds, it'll go down completely, and then it'll come back again. So I've got, hopefully, a internet green monk coming out next weekend.
Fair enough.
Because I think they've got something up in my router.
It's about the time I want to start wrapping up. Does everybody or anybody want to do a shout out for themselves? So I can run down a list if everyone wants to shout themselves out. And we'll probably end with you guys, Ansgar and Growly, so that way you can do your full thing. But the rest of you, do you want to shout yourselves out? If so, I'll go Badger. Of course you do.
Hello, I am the bad-tempered Badger. I don't suppose there's been a donation and you want me to tell my tree story.
Oh yeah, check the donations quickly, because if there has been anything, we can do a quick last story.
Yeah, give me half a second, I'll be right on it.
I may have built it up too much at this point.
No donation.
Yeah. Okay, we are at 2260. Where were we before?
Last donation was an hour ago.
Yeah. Did you want to tell it anyway, Badger, before you go? Because then you can wrap yourself up.
I might save this one for if I try and do a stream for the other thing. For the rest of the fundraiser.
Absolutely.
Right. So I'll just tell you my spiel. Hello, I'm Badger. I talk about stuff on the internet sometimes. You can find me on Twitter, Gab, Minds, BitChute, YouTube, and Pornhub.
Nice.
Fantastic. Diana?
Okay. Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. I am Diana Clary and the Lavender Lady. How the hell are you? I do Lavender Lady things, and sometimes I do things that are not Lavender Lady things, but we won't talk about that because it's usually the sort of thing you're not allowed to do in public. I have my little show Sunday at noon Eastern, Coffee with Lavender. It's a little bit of a talk show, kind of like Carson for YouTube, if you will. The last few weeks, I haven't had any freaking idea what I'm doing. It's interesting things happening, and I have no idea what I'm going to be doing next week as well. So maybe I'll just sit here complaining about my lack of medications and my kidneys falling out. How does that sound? Is that good? If anybody would like to talk with me about that, that would be great. We could have something interesting happening this Sunday, like usually doesn't happen. So, okay, with all that in mind, thanks a lot, Droops. And hey, I'll see you on the other side.
Hey, very nice. Well, nice shout out anyway, I should say. Osman?
Hey guys, I am Osman Cometh. I am mainly on YouTube, but I'm switching over now to Mixer and Twitch. I am a streamer, just getting back to video game streaming. I'm also what you consider a weak atheist in Dawkins scale. So I'll be talking about that a lot in the next few months. Diana, I would actually like to have a collaboration with you and talk with you sometime.
Hey, that sounds like fun. It really does.
If you fancy coming on my channel for a chat as well, I'm looking for people to chat with.
Yes, please, BTP. I'd love that.
Woo!
All right.
Now, Badger, I've had you on my show, but I'm happy to have you on again. No problem with that.
I'd like to have you come on mine as well. We could chat about. I would like to talk about your cooking show at some point.
I'll have to get started back on that one of these days. I haven't done anything on that thing in over a year.
All right. we want to jump
One
over
And
to...
Ansgar and Growly, we definitely have to make some room on my shelf for you guys.
I'd love to be on
That would be
Yeah,
amazing.
Osman, I can tell you want to have a quick last word.
Yeah, quick last word. Guys, keep watch for a project called Demonics. It is going to be a 2-set project, which is the first one is going to be a virtual pet. The second one is where it's going to be a virtual reality application where people get to sit in a safe environment and work through their inner demons, no matter what it may be.
That
Nice.
sounds interesting.
That is interesting.
All right, and over to you guys. Ansgar and Growly, take it away.